Hey there, my name is Terry, and a friend has asked you to take a look at something that they are very, very excited about. I happen to live in Las Vegas, Nevada, out in the United States, but this is specifically for Australia and New Zealand. And there's a reason for that. Back about 5 months ago today, we're mid-September right now, 2024, we got a phone call, our company, Marketplace Global, got a phone call from a gentleman who owns a company, a pharmaceutical manufacturer, with an opportunity for us to take a specific extract that they had just been able to develop and isolate out of the hops flower. Hops, what's used to manufacture beer. They were able to extract a new isolate out of the hops flower. But after about 5 years worth of trials, they wanted to take it to the market, but they are a pharmaceutical manufacturer. That's not really their thing. So they came to us and asked if we would be able to do that. One of the reasons is because we do these little snaps right here, what are called easy snaps. Not a big deal. In the United States, there are 5 machines that even do these things. And we own 3 of them. Our partner in all of this, that particular company, owns one, and we are about to purchase the 5th one so that we have, in essence, all 5 of them to be able to do these snaps. So nobody else in the United States can even do the snaps. It's a great delivery system. But let me tell you a little bit about what's in what we call pHix. And back in 1953, there was a company that successfully extracted this particular isolate out of the hops flour. Now, back then, don't know why they actually did that, but they did. And they were able to collect a gallon, but it was $1 million worth of processing cost to collect 1 gallon. So back in 1953, they said, forget that, not going to work, can't bring it to the market. Over the next 6 decades, 5 other companies were successful at doing that, a Japanese beer company, a German beer company, and a couple of others. And they were able to, again, collect a small quantity, but the best of them, it was $500,000 worth of processing cost to collect 1 gallon. The thing was, over the course of time, in these little bits of liquid that were actually extracted, they started to look at what they did in the human body, and that became very, very interesting to a lot of people. What they saw was that this had a very strong potential for fat loss, visceral fat, bad fat loss. And so if we can go in and affect visceral fat, we can affect all kinds of other things. You can go check this out for yourself. Excess visceral fat leads to symptoms like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, cognitive issues, digestive issues, autoimmune, cholesterol issues, heart disease, inflammation. All those things that a lot of people suffer with are a result of too much visceral fat. So if we could go in with this little isolate that's in here, this little guy, just squirt that in a drink, if we could really go do that, we could impact a lot of other areas of people's lives. A great health product. So they wanted to bring this to the market because 10 years ago, they were tasked with finding a weight loss drug, but because they're a pharmaceutical manufacturer, and they knew of this research, so they took it up. 2, 3, 4 years goes by, same thing, way too expensive in the way everybody else did it. But one night, one of their scientists had a dream. I'm not kidding. He really did. Saw a different way to potentially extract this isolate. Went back in, told the team, they pivoted. Several weeks later, boom, they were able to actually extract this isolate at pennies on the dollar. And for the first time ever, 5 years ago, this had a potential to come to the human market, if you will. We got blessed to get the phone call to take this to the world, and that's exactly what we started doing 3 months ago here in the United States. Then about 2 months ago, right around mid-July, we started in Australia, and oh my gosh, what a response. 6,000 people have joined in the first 2 months. And we are just getting started. Now we've opened up New Zealand. And so all of that is happening. I give you all that background to simply say this. What we have here is a way to burn fat smarter, not harder. And if we start talking about weight loss, which most people think about, you don't really want to lose weight. You want to lose fat, just like everybody else. Now, there are people out there that are taking drugs, prescription drugs, injections, and they're losing muscle and fat. That is not healthy. This goes after visceral fat, and it's completely different than anything else that's ever existed. It is a paradigm shift because this goes after the visceral fat and it turns your body into really a fat burning machine all throughout the day. Whether you diet or not, whether you exercise or not, the trials on it show you still lose fat. This has never existed before. Literally in the history of mankind, never existed. So you're going to want to think, oh, this is like that. This is like that. And the answer is no, it is not like anything else you've ever seen in your life because it's never existed before until 4 months ago when we rolled it out here in the US. No one had ever been able to utilize this. It is plant-based, all natural, odorless, tasteless, and colorless. And it's got no side effects, guys. It's like squirting water into a beverage. Literally, that's what it's like. Once our partner in this figured out the different way to actually extract this in a cost-effective manner, they put a patent on it, but it's a patent pending, and it never will be fully patented because we never want anyone to know how it happens because we've got, I don't know, a year's worth or decades worth of a head start on everybody else. So this is a brand new thing in the world. It works with any kind of beverage. You can put it in anything liquid. It even works with adult beverages. Now, here's what's going on in the body, okay? When you take in food, you need fuel. Your body needs fuel. We call it food, calories, all right? You need protein, fat, carbohydrates, and minerals. All four is what your body needs. Most of us don't get enough minerals. Another conversation for another day. Most of us get too much carbohydrate and fat. Why? Because it tastes really good. So when you take in those things and you don't burn them off, your body stores that energy for later use as visceral fat, white adipose tissue. And we start looking like this because you start to accumulate that visceral fat around your organs and around your torso. What this does, it activates the brown adipose tissue, the good fat that you have in your body. And it sends a signal to the brain through the vagal nerve that goes back down to the gut that says, hey, you need to start burning up this visceral fat. That's what happens. It's just like when you shiver. When somebody shivers, they're burning 400 calories per hour, but that energy is coming solely from white adipose tissue. This creates the same response in the body. The difference is one snap gives you a 9-hour energy burn. Just burning off visceral fat. It's amazing, like nothing that's ever existed before. And there's an app out there. It is not our app. It just existed. We found it, Me360. You can literally go get this and free scans. You can look at what's going on inside. It'll tell you about your body percent fat and your lean body mass, all the measurements all the way around. A simple scan. It does all of that. So we can literally validate what's going on in terms of fat loss. You can put this in coffee, orange juice, iced tea, soda, water, anything you want. And yes, it works really well when you put it in scotch or whiskey, mojitos, shots, white wine, red wine, beer, whatever, just like that. We squirt it in and we get transformation in a snap. Body transformation in a snap.